I'm here with Will. He's a 13-year-old catcher and infielder. We're working on receiving today, so follow along for these framing drills. So here's what you're gonna see. We're gonna start with an evaluation, then we're gonna do a bunch of movement work, working on the actual mechanics of how to catch the low pitch. Then we're gonna add in a ball that's rolling, and then a short hop, and that whole time we're gonna bridge that in with the movement, and then I'm gonna scoot back and short hop from an underhand in the air, then throw in the air, then if we really wanted to, that's when we would go machine next. The reason we do it that way is because it's truly the most efficient way. I call this the 5 levels of skill development. We learn to move, we add a ball, we make it harder, we sharpen our decisions, and then in the game, we just throw it all out the window and we let it eat. So that's what you're gonna see. Let's take a look. Good. Good boy. Nice. It's all right. Do you know what you did right there? Yeah, you just went out. Atta boy. Okay, very nice. So you look great. You obviously have watched some of my stuff. We've worked together. We're just gonna clean up your movements here, and then we'll go through the progressions. And at the end, you're gonna be just ripping that thing. I want you to grab this so that it sticks out that way. Just like you heard me say last night, hand in front of the shoulder. So this is where we want to finish. Okay. Hand in front of the shoulder, mallet square to the pitcher. Okay, that should be right in front of your chin. Okay, and this is our finishing spot. This is essentially our target with that triangle target. And now we're going to go through our steps. Okay, so get down to 1, so a little bit further back. Yep, and then a little more square there. Very good. So this is 1. I want you to scrape to 2. Good, and keep that bend. And now I want you to go here, boom, to 3. Okay, so here. Okay, so keep our shoulders down, but we're essentially lifting. Yes, that's it. So see how this is straight back still? That's what we want. So that's 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let me lead you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3. Yeah, nice. You feel that? Go back. That's great. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. You pick that up. So the biggest thing that we see a lot of times is in that 3 move. What happens is we pull with the shoulder and shrug rather than being able to keep the shoulder down and lift here. Now the other big thing is we have to get here. It's a weird movement. Okay, and so we have to basically get internally rotated. And that's why, like on this pitch, and then boom, we go. Okay, let's go through it together. Right here, scrape up to 3. Good. Now bring that hand down. Make sure it's pointing straight back at you. Get that elbow up at shoulder height. Very nice. 4. Yep, a little bit further. 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 3, my bad. Good. 5, 3, 5, 3. Hold your elbow at shoulder height. Now go back and forth from 5 to 3. Yep. Good. I want you to see if you can get even a little deeper here. Yep. Now keep going. Yeah. Feel how stable your shoulder is now. Okay, very good. Now, so this is looking great. Now let's get from 1 to 3. So now we work on that first half. Boom. So right here. Good. Yep. Good. Okay, do it again. Okay. There. Boom. Good. Yeah, hold that thing down. I was doing this with a pro catcher, And he was like, oh, knuckles down. And I was like, yeah, that's right. Because because his hand kept kind of creeping up, and I was trying to get him to hold this angle, and that knuckles down cue was what helped him. So we go a few more right here. Yes. Good. There. Yeah. Now finish. Yeah. Good. Okay. Now get to 3. Okay, this is your thing. We fix this, you're gonna be unbelievable. Right here, and then hold that thing straight. So basically, remember, this should always be 90 degrees to your forearm. Okay. So it should never get here or here. It should always be straight. The biggest thing for you is gonna be not extending your hand too early, but holding that, boom, and now we go. Yep, so if you can get to this position, this looks great. The problem is sometimes we don't get to this position because we get here too early or that our elbow's too low. Let me see it one more time. That's it. Good. Now that he's moving well, now we're gonna add in a ball. So this is how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna give him short hops. Very nice. I want you to roll, catch. Let's go to a position 3. Good. Catch, position 3. Nice. Hold that angle, catch, position 3. Catch. Good. So this is where it's a little different than infield, where we're not trying to bring it back like that. We're trying to hold this. Imagine like you got a cast on your arm and drive that elbow up. Good. Here, position 3. Freeze. Very nice. That's very good. Okay. Now use this. I want you to go 0 to 3. Yeah, I want you to just go back and forth, 0 to 3 right here. Just isolate that. Yep. Keeping it vertical. And as you think about it, I want you to think about pulling with your back. So like you have a few muscles right back here. I want you to think about pulling it here. Yeah. Good. Okay, now with the ball. Hey, if you're liking this so far and you want more free resources, then go to
catchingmadesimple.com/free.
Good. Very nice. Okay, short hop to a 3. Good. Boom. Right to a 3. Good. Hold that angle. Very nice. Good. Straight up. That's all right. Good. And remember, don't bring it back. Hold that cast, drive the elbow. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Okay, now I want you to get here, pause, and then go to 5. Good. That was here, elbow low. Get the elbow up, and then go to 5. Good. Pause, hold it, check with me, then I'll tell you to go. Elbow, yeah, now go. Yep. Boom, look good. Finish. Feel that just a little. Okay, grab the mallet again. Let's go 1 to 3. Nice and smooth. Okay. Okay, now let's go 3 to 5. Hold the elbow stable. Okay, see how your elbow's dropping a little bit. Good, and think about screwing it down into my hand, your elbow. Yep. And then when your hand can't go down, when you screw it down, your hand comes up. Yep. Okay, good. I want you to feel, so put your hand under my arm, right here. So if I go here, so essentially what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create force down. I don't want my elbow to actually move, but in order to get this to go up, that's kind of the feel that I'm looking for. I'm trying to create force down, but we don't want to do that because that will create like elbow dip. But when we get here, that's what we're trying to create, and then we get back to flat. Yes. Yes. Good. Okay, now put your glove on. I want you to catch up to 3. Yeah, very nice. Good. Now remember, don't bend that elbow. Keep it, drive that elbow up. It's moving from the shoulder, okay? That's it. Very nice. Good. And the other thing that I'll say is I want you to try to get that pointer finger down on the ground too. Yeah, there you go. Ooh, very nice. Good. And then show it to me one more time. Target. Get your little turned. Get a little more square. Like right there. It's perfect. Good. Okay. Now go back to 3. Here. Just go 3 to 5 with the glove. Yep. Get a little deeper with it. Very good. Good. Bring that back a little more. Good. Is that your wrist cracking? Underhand. Catch it to 3. Nice. Good. That's right. It's just bouncing a little bit quicker now off the turf. Good. Hold it to 3. Keep it vertical. Yeah. Dude, that's great. That's setting you up really nice. Good. Okay. Now finish it to 5. Awesome. Feel that elbow come up a little bit more before you go. Yeah. Good. Feel that elbow come up even a little more. Yep. Hold that bend. Hold that bend. Yeah. Look at you, Will. Oh my goodness. So in the air, catch and hold to 3. Yep, catch to 3. Good. Trust it. Keep it down. Trust it on that way up. That's right. Yep, trust it. That's why we're going nice and easy. This isn't gonna hurt you if you miss it. Stay down. Good. Now get a little more. I want you to think about really scraping and coming up. Yeah. Ooh, that looks great. A little early, right? Good. Okay, now catch it up to 5. A little early, trust the scrape. That's it. That's it. Keep that thing down. Trust that scrape and go. Good. Oh, feel it? What do you got to do?
Catch here.
Yep, and scrape. That's what it was. It was the initial up rather than scraping on the ground. That's it. Okay, nice. Now I'm going to throw it to you. Nice and easy still. Low pitch. Catch to a 3. Attaboy. Good. Yeah, very nice. On that outside pitch, you can let that glove start to leak a little bit this way. Nice. Now go up to 5. Good. That's it. Yep, and so feel, I want you to really feel that glove kind of staying back and then shooting forward, okay? Good. Let it come to you. Be patient. There it is. Good. Awesome. Okay, now get in your stance. That's nice, dude. Yeah. Good. Hey, so that one, we haven't really worked on going side to side, but on that, you scrape over, and then again, you can let that glove get this way a little bit, and then it's right back to that 5. But then on the inside pitch, right, you have to get, the hand pretty much goes underneath the arm, but on that outside pitch, it has to go this way, so it's like you don't have to keep it as vertical. You can let the glove get out just a little bit more. Really close. Let that thing come back just a little more bend. Good. Way to stay down. Ooh, attaboy. Good. You know what, do one more for me. I want you to start a little bit further back with your glove. Get a little momentum into it. Good. One more. Keep that glove vertical. So scrape vertical, get a little momentum, and up. Oh my goodness, Will. Will, nice job. What'd you learn?
Really staying here and not getting extended too soon, catching the ball here and working through.
And pushing through. Very nice. Yeah, you did a great job on that. So go practice this at home. If you like this video, check out this video right over here. I'm Coach Bougie. I'll catch you later.